Hi YouTube, this is Ebony Butterfly, and this is a foundation for beginners video. I get a lot of questions about foundation, and I have a whole section on my blog about foundation and makeup for beginners, and my blog is cutiepiebeauty.com, but I thought I'd do a video for my YouTube users as well, just to kind of overview over makeup. And I have these same things listed in my blog and more, because I have more information about each. Well, let's start at the top. Skincare is 100% important. Drinking plenty of water is 100% important. Cutting out sodas and candy is 100% important when you talk about makeup, because all these things impact your skin. So my first thing is skin care is top number one. If you have issues, take care of your skincare issues first. Now makeup and the types. The types of makeup that you have are stick, cream, tinted moisturizers, mousses and whipped, which are kind of the same, liquid and powder. And the type of coverages you can have is light to sheer, medium, and heavy. Okay, let's start with the coverages. For light to sheer coverage, you will try a tinted moisturizer, a mousse, or whipped or mineralized. Each one has their advantage. Mineralized is supposedly not to be as irritating to the skin and more natural. So if you're just looking for a light coverage and you want a natural look, or you have maybe rosacea or something that causes your skin to be irritated when you put on regular foundation, mineralized may be the makeup for you. There are different lines that sell mineralized makeup. I think almost everybody is selling mineralized makeup, and it's a very sheer light coverage. The next one is mousse and whipped. Mousse and whipped are good foundations for people with aging skin. Not old, but aging. Maybe you have lines, maybe you have wrinkles, and to avoid the cakiness of powders and stuff like that, it's better to use whipped because it won't settle into the fine lines of your face. So that's an advantage of having a whipped makeup. It's sheer to light coverage. It's not a lot of coverage at all. So if you're looking for coverage, whipped may not be the one for you. And then you have tinted moisturizers, which a lot of people use during the summer when it's really hot. It's a very light coverage. It's not going to cover up any imperfections or anything that may be going on with your face. It's just to even out your skin tone, and that's pretty much all that it does, because it's just a colored moisturizer. Which leads me into moisturizer. Before you apply makeup, it is essential that you put moisturizer on, not only to protect your face, but it also allows you to apply makeup more smoothly. It allows the makeup not to get settled in your skin. So moisturizer is a good thing before you put on actual foundation, so the makeup can glide on once you have the moisturizer on your skin. Another thing about moisturizer, you really have to either pat it in or rub it in really well and let it sit for 20 minutes before you apply makeup. So if you do your makeup in the morning, my suggestion would be to wash your face and put your moisturizer on, do other things that you need to do, and then put your makeup on. Which leads me to my next thing, which is primers. The basic job of a primer is to prime your face. That means set your face up for makeup. It gives the makeup something to stick to, right? So you have to prime your face. Now, back to moisturizers, because I forgot to tell you guys this. On a moisturizer, they do have oil-free moisturizers. So if you have oily skin, you can use an oil-free moisturizer. And the primer is also good for oily skin because it keeps the oil from building up as fast. Now the oil will build, but it keeps it from building up as fast. Let's go into medium coverage, which is liquids, powders, and creams. Okay, with medium coverage, you are going to get coverage. You can use concealer to conceal any imperfections, and then the medium coverage will even out your skin tone. You probably are going to need 2 foundations, one for the fall and one for the summer, spring, because our skin tends to change a little bit through the seasons. So if you are putting on your makeup that you've been wearing all summer and it's beginning to look kind of weird, it may be because you need to change your foundation. Not because it's getting old, but because, you know, the season is ending. Anytime you see your makeup beginning to curdle, it's time to throw it away because it probably has bacteria in it. Now, a medium foundation can easily become a light foundation if you take a sponge or apply it with something other than your hands. And even your hands can do it, but these two will. And the reason why is because when you wet a sponge, not, you know, wring it out, make sure it's where you can't press it and water will come out. You want to make sure all the water is out. You just want it to be damp. And you apply your makeup. It soaks some of the makeup, you know, so it won't allow your face to be really, really, really covered really thickly. With the foundation brush, and there are many out on the market, when you put it on, you're spreading it. So it doesn't cause it to be thin, but it does eat the product. That's why you always have makeup in your brushes, because it does take some of the product. It keeps it from getting on your skin. Also, with a medium foundation, you can get like SPFs in that as well, which protects your skin from the sun. So that's also a good thing. There are different types of medium foundations, which is liquids, powders, and creams. If you tend to be on the dry side, you might want to stay away from powders. They also have cream to powder. It goes on as a cream and it's supposed to dry matte. Well, I never got any of those to work, but they work for some people, and that's why I shy away from foundation makeup, because foundation tutorials, is because foundation is so specific to each person. So if you have oily skin, make sure you look out for foundations that are oil free. If you have dry skin, you want to stay away from oil free makeups, and if you have dry skin, you want to use more liquids than powders, and if you have oily skin, you want to use more powders than liquid oily makeups, if that makes sense. Then you have heavy coverage, which are creams and sticks. The makeup sticks, like the Black Opal sticks, like the Iman stick, Second Anon stick. Those sticks, they can tend to be heavy coverage, and with heavy coverage, you're going to have a thicker layer of makeup on your face. So you want to be careful with that. And I don't think anybody really needs heavy coverage. I think with a good concealer in foundation, it's enough. And that's just, I think that's as much as I take it. Thick foundation, you're kind of covering, and if you have something that you need to cover, you know, then again, either you need to work on it, or if you know you can't cover it, you know your own issues. I don't know anybody's issues, but you know your own issues that you have with your skin. A couple of tips about makeup.